Hello everyone, Harbir and I are outside Blackhawk Auto Museum today.
Right in Danville, California.
Let's go in and talk to Dan, the director of the museum for 25 years, and take a look at some of his coolest cars with interesting stories behind them. Come on in.
Blackhawk Museum is two buildings on this campus. We are in the Automotive Museum right now, which is probably the one everybody knows us for. We also have another building that shows art and science. But in this building, it was specifically built to be a car museum. And the automobiles that we show were a little different than the norm. We show the car as an art and design piece. So when we go in our galleries, the floor will be black, the walls will be black, the ceiling is black, and we use theatrical lighting to highlight the automobiles.
We start with this beautiful 1926 Maharaja car built especially for Maharaja Gulab Singh of Rewa, India during the British Raj. What's the story behind this one?
Well, it obviously has a story. This is the Maharaja's hunting car, which is clad in German silver. And before anybody gets real excited, there's no silver content to German silver, but you have to polish it like you do your teapot. Apparently the Maharaja's hunting technique may have not been all that sporting. He apparently didn't get out of the car. The gun bearers would sit on the jump seats on the outside, hand him his rifle, the animals would be driven back towards the car, and he would stand up and blast away.
Look at this one beautiful piece. So Dan, what's the story behind this one?
This is a 1934 D8 Delage. It was bodied by Fernandez and Darren. They were a coach building firm in Paris. And when you stand back and look at the lines on this, if this isn't a French automobile, I don't know one that might be. This was built for a female client, so certainly there are a lot of feminine touches with a car that's this that has a client like this. I think some interesting things for this are the brushed aluminum trim. Aluminum is still a precious metal in 1934, so the fact that that's there lends you the belief that the client spent a lot of money on the automobile, as does the peacock head Lalique ornament. And when you get to the interior, Shelley, the interior dials and gauges certainly have that feminine appearance to it to sort of fit the whole car.
1924 race car called Tulip Wood. Dan, is it really wood all over?
Yeah, it is a sort of a sandwich. Henri Dubinet, who was the owner of this car, was a fighter plane pilot in World War I. Wanted to go into road racing after the war, so he goes back to Hispano Suiza, who built the engine on his fighter plane. They build a chassis and engine for him. And then he goes to Newport Aviation, who's used to building aircraft fuselages. Well, they're building a race car, so the weight factor still comes into play. You want it to keep lightweight. So they take a base metal underneath and then strips of marine mahogany over top. The little dots are copper rivets, which attach that to the base metal, and it helps to keep the weight down on the car, which is important for a road racer.
Wow, so did he actually race in this car?
He does well with it. It is a torpedo shape, which was, even in 24, people knew that aerodynamics came into play when a car hit a certain speed. So the long cigar body here actually helps the car maneuver through the air. The tail actually contains two 25-gallon gas tanks.
So Dan, this was like one of the cars I've seen in a lot of old movies.
Good take. Actually, we have a shot of Hollywood Boulevard in the late 20s, I think it is, and town cars like this 1938 Packard are just lined up for blocks on Oscar night. This is a town car, and it is a car that you would have more than one automobile. This would be the car you went into town with. It would be chauffeur-driven, and when you look at the two compartments, the chauffeur's compartment is pretty Spartan. A leather interior, open to the elements. The driver's compartment, on the other hand, is not a bad place to be. It's a gorgeous silk brocade fabric, and the steam walnut bent burl wood in there is just incredible. As is the Lalique ornament on this one as well.
Dan, wow, this is a huge car.
Try to get this in your garage. 1937 V16 Cadillac. Built for a Zurich banker by the Hartmann Body Company in Germany. He wanted a two-seat sports car, and that's exactly what he got. He got a 24-foot long two-seat sports car. If you're a fan of Art Deco, the front end looks like an Art Deco locomotive to me, so you've got to get up there.
Viewers, I hope you're enjoying the show as much as we do, bringing it to you every week. Did you enjoy the show today?
I really did, and I thought that it was just another great example of all the wonderful things going on right now.
This is a fantastic journey, meeting all those people around the world and right here in the Bay Area, getting inspired, inspiring others. What better, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and we like to hear from you, so be sure to email us at info@womennow.tv with any ideas or suggestions that you might have, or just you have a great story that you want maybe to be covered. We're okay
yes,
with that.
and for our special star viewers, do write to us what else you want to see on the show, and we'll try to bring them right here on Women Now for you. And like always, we would like to end the show with a quote from Oprah. Every day brings a chance for you to draw in a breath, kick off your shoes and dance. So cheers to every new day as today, and yet another chance for us to get it